Kramina's hand out reaching onto the portal, or onto the barrier, similar as your hand did, and not nearly as quickly as yours is coming through. It's still coming through. Like her hand is pushing through, and she's trying to get inside of the tower.
Okay. I wish I could go and aid her in, but I have expended all of my possibilities.
Boogie.
Shoot. I wish I had saved where I was from.
I'm sorry.
just
Pause before you start your turn.
Okay.
This is not a foul because you didn't start your turn yet. At the end of Calamity's turn, Martrill is going to use a legendary action.
Jerk.
Man, I want one of those. I wonder if two people on the same side have a legendary action. Like, do you have to pick which one?
Wait, say that? If two people on the enemy side have a legendary action?
Yeah, or two people on our party have a legendary action.
Can they both use it at the same time? Well, each their turn, or do they have to pick who's going to use it?
We can always decide that later. It's just curious about it.
Okay, so on the end of Calamity's turn, Martrill is going to reach out and fire a ray of frost towards Raphael with a 22 to hit, which hits, and it's going to do 10 frost damage as you watch as this beam begins to crystallize on his chest. All right, Boogie, now it's your turn.
I think maybe that's as far as I can get sneaking. I wasn't able to tell where my starting point was quite as well as I wanted to, but just heading off to the south.
You miss.
Okie dokie. I am Emus's fashion. Going to.
Oh, wait, sorry.
Uh-oh.
Sorry. I'm getting used to legendary actions. At the end of Boogie's turn. No, I'm not going to count that because he's not. Yeah, but the way it's written, that doesn't matter.
Huh. Interesting.
It's not like because everything, the way that 5e combat works is that all of this at the entire turn cycle is happening at the same time within 6 seconds. It's just hard because there's turns. All right, go ahead, Emus.
Okay. Emus is going to move forward. You said you change it to feet, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Emus is fly up 30 feet. There we go. And while flying forward, he's going to make 2 more attacks towards Martrill. First one is going to be dirty 20. The second one is going to be 12. I'm sorry, 16.
First one hits. His AC, at least. I'm not saying it hits his flesh, it hits his AC.
And I'm going to do 4 plus 6, 10 plus 12, so 22 radiant energy is going to come slicing towards Martrill.
And this is the your arrow, right?
Yes. Well, it's a radiant arrow now.
Right.
Yep.
As it flies forward down towards Martrill, his head turns from from Raphael, sorry, and looks up at you attacking, unflinching as your arrow disintegrates inches away from his face, coming through this barrier around him.
Well, damn. Let's see if I can do something else that's fancy.
I've given you the wacky. Now it's time to get wild.
Nope, can't do anything else. I end my turn. Yeah, you're seeing that. You're gonna start seeing the desperate side of Emus, who's out of all of his bag of tricks.
So around the tower, there's like this kind of glowing eminence of. Hold on 1 second. Sorry. So this like light, it's almost like this radiance of magical energy coming from the tower. And in that area of air that's kind of lit up with this, you see this rip, this dark purplish shimmering rift occur right about here, up in the air. Hold on. Immediately upon that rift happening, almost a look of panic sets in Martrill's eyes for the first time. He looks over at it and simultaneously reaches his left hand out towards the rift and places another hand onto the ground. He's kind of like kneeling down, and you watch as the left hand reaches out, like grasps at the air, and then pulls in like a crushing factor, and then a portal um, appears like right at the base of where his. Well, it's not like a portal necessarily, more of like a an oval-esque sphere of negative energy from his hand, his palm, onto the ground. And aside from that, the rift still maintains, and that's all that happens on Martrill's side of things. Okay. Tatsuya tries to lift himself up and pull himself against the side of the wall here on the tower. Unable, his knees and all that stuff is complete jelly, completely broken. He can't cast any spells or anything. So is unconscious. Lady Ashina looks over
Fuck.
at
I
what?
forgot he was on the rock in front of me. I had intentions to bring him.
Lady Ashina looks over at the effectiveness of Raphael's attack, and she looks over at Oliver and Thorin. She says, "With your memories back, you can do it, yeah?" And they both kind of look nervous and unsure of themselves. Lady Ashina, unable to produce her silver fire, is going to see here. He's going to try to cast Banishment onto Martrill. So he's going to make a Charisma saving throw. He fails, and you watch as Martrill's body begins to shimmer, and for a brief moment disappear into another realm before exploding back, using a legendary resistance to negate her actions. Lady Ashina is going to spread out.
Just FYI, DM, before my turn, read your inbox.
Oliver, 5, 30, runs forward with his sword out, and you watch as a very similar incantation to what Raphael said. This weaker than Raphael's, but this flame kind of begins flickering its way of silver up the shaft of the weapon as he approaches to slice it. So he had to use that action. Okay. Over from the crater, the smoke begins to disperse, and you can see this almost like an egg of radiant energy coming from near the front of the crater, fire burning all around the edges. You watch as now a rain of blood from the impact comes smacking down, rolling off the energy of this shield. You can see Lady Evelina and what appears to be two other individuals, taller, one a tiefling and one a tall human male underneath the energy orb. Other than that, there's no sign of life over in the crater. It appears like they are slowly gathering their conscious and making their way out of the crater, stepping to the top of it. And okay, but Zoe, it's your turn.
All right. So as I'm watching all of this unfold around me, I'm going to reach into my pocket and I'm going to pull out the magic eye of the beholder and I'm going to scream at Martrill, Frick! Luxury he'll not pass, come! And I'm going to point the eye of the beholder at him to remove the anti-magic, to remove all his magic.
You're going to use the beholder eye, pointed it at Martrill from. I need you to be very specific.
I don't know what you mean by that.
And where are you standing? Are you standing right where you are, and you're aiming through these stones at
Oh
Martrill?
no. I apologize. I did not move myself.